So, got a little Berlingo in today. I went out to this a couple of days ago to fit some anti-roll bar links that I think was an MOT failure. And when I was doing it, I noticed that the spring was snapped. So the driver's side spring is literally about to leave the chat and go into the tyre. So he's booked in to get the springs replaced on both sides, and also a CV gaiter. Now, I picked this car up to bring to the workshop to do just because it's easier and it doesn't live that far away. And there's a loud knocking noise coming from the passenger side front that sounds like the wheel's about to fall off. The customer's not mentioned that, and no mention of it on MOT. So I don't know if maybe that's why we were replacing the anti-roll bar links. I don't know. But I've had these before. Top mount on the shock absorbers have a lot of play in them, and that causes the same noise. But having a look, it looks like they've been replaced at some point, or the shock absorbers have been replaced, not quite sure, but it's not rusty in there or anything. So we need to look into this to see what is happening. So on first glance, shock absorber doesn't look that new. It has been replaced at some point because it's got a KYB shock on it. Looking at the top mount, to me, that looks like the top mount has fallen apart. Quite possibly. But we've got a new spring to go on this side anyway, and as standard, I always fit new top mounts because generally when you take them apart, they fall to bits anyway. So this little mess here, I'll just show you what we got. So we've got the shock absorber. This is the spring, which is broken, as you can see. Thought to be like it for a long time. Somehow got it through the MOT. And then down here is the suspension top mount. So this is off the good side, even though it's the side that the spring was broken. There was no noise on this side. But this sits on top of the spring and allows the spring to twist when you turn. And if we open it up, you can see there's just some ball bearings are missing. Some of them came apart when we opened it up. But yeah, it just fell to bits. You can see how dirty and manky it is in there. And that's what sometimes causes like a boinging noise as a spring gets stuck. Here we are. This is the new one to go on. You see these are absolutely massive, these springs. They're huge compared to my hands. So this is generally why when they snap, they just fire down past the cup and dig into the tyre, which is why when you get these serviced, or get your car serviced, you should want to check these, and if they ever advised they're corroded, just get them changed out. So this is a new top mount, comes as the rubber part and the bearing. When these come, they come like this, but you need to flip that bit over, because that's where the spring sits. So you're taking out the old race, which is that part there, so you just throw that on the floor. This bit here is the rubber that sits inside the spring, and you've got this metal bit on top here, so we'll clean this up and refit it. And there we go, with a bit of a fight. We've got the spring down. It's just really hard springs to do. This spring literally comes to about over here to start with, and you've got to try and compress it down to get it on. But yeah, new top bearing, new spring, ready to go on. Right, so I've just got the passenger side off. We're going to do the spring on this side as well, and this is the side that's knocking really bad. Straight away, I can see the top mount, all the rubber shavings in the top of it. So I suspect when I take this apart, the hole that the shot goes through will be elongated, and that's what the knocking noise will be. There we go, look at that. So that's the old top mount. Look at the elongated hole. So this is just slapping around in here, causing a knocking noise, horrendous knocking noise inside the van. But that has been like that for a long time. So the big reveal, let's take the top mount apart. So this side I don't even have to take apart, look at that. Absolutely rotten. And that's the bush inside. It's completely loose. It's come out, nothing left of it. Some of the bearings are missing. They're not in there, they're not on the table. yeah, just nothing left of that. That's just completely gone. So this side's all back together as well now. New spring in there. We've also fitted a CV gator because the other side was absolutely split and leaking everywhere. It's a nice GKN sort of hardish boot, so it's not your what we call universal boot. That's all flimsy and horrible. The clips are nice, and the boot's quite a nice hard rubber, so it will last a long time. It won't last just until next MOT.